there. Here we are out for another overnighter and at another little lake. Don't know whether they can hear me or not. Beautiful area here. It's not raining. I think this is the clouds that are raining. Rain's forecast. But it's dry up later. Pity. And a wee wet night would have been nice. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the transier out here, set it up overlooking this lake, have a cup of tea and a sandwich. Get back to you then. Really mossy, lovely and soft, but not too wet. So we'll set up the tarp and we'll sit down, maybe make a cup of tea and just soak in the vibes. There's not a noise. Super. Okay, I'll have to show you one of my secret weapons now. This is always attached to my hiking pole, one of my hiking poles. And it does a couple of jobs. It is a tent pole for my elk kettle on. That's not what I'm going to use it for today. It's about a 16mm aluminium tube. So I don't need that bit. So you take the bottom out of the hiking pole, slide that in. Take the bottom out of the other hiking pole and slide it in. And now we've got a super big pole, super high pole to put my my tarp up against plough point configuration. Because I knew I was going to be in a really soft forest today, I have brought what I call my forest pegs. These are birch and aluminium furl on the end, holes through it, and these are absolutely brilliant. And again, this is an idea of Detlev's in Bushcraft Nature, Swiss guy, the professor. That's what I'm looking at out there. Just looking over the lake. Just waiting to tea time. I've got a ribeye steak tonight, and I'm cooking it on the world's smallest gas barbecue. What do you think of that? I set up the camera and I was going to show how I was going to put up a plough point tarp, and using my extra long pole, and I had this great idea. I suppose tarps always end up like that. You start up making one thing and then the ground doesn't suit and the trees don't suit, and it turns into something else altogether. So the footage of me messing about with a tarp and tripping over root stumps and going back for another peg and everything falling down, that's all scrap. Whenever the rain goes over, I'll go out and show you the shape of the tarp. So then I'm just going to lie back, do a wee bit of hydration, and wait till the rain goes over. So there's the tarp. That started out as a plough point. It's absolutely nothing like a plough point, but it sort of got lost along the way. Anyway, so everything's covered up. In fact, this is what you want, all different angles and different shapes. I know you don't want it shiny, you know, to blend in, but you don't want straight lines. There we go, we're just in there relaxing, and there's our view of the lake. Super. So if you saw my last video, you maybe saw this here. I took it out to try it out. This is a way of collecting water from the corner of your tarp and filtering it. Now I have to give credit to, I think he's a German living in Switzerland, Detlef, whose channel is Bushcraft and Nature, and if you like inventions around bushcraft, you should go and see Detlef's channel. Go over, give him a like, and maybe a subscription. Anyway, Detlef made this arrangement, very small arrangement, where you could collect water down, and he collected it in a plastic bag. I was out a few weeks ago, and the only water to collect was in a peaty river, but it was absolutely lushing. And I thought, if I could get water off the corner of my tarp. Now I remembered Detlef's channel, so looking at his idea, I came up with this. So I have a small bit of polythene threaded to go into the Sawyer filter, and then that's connected to a platypus bag. So I'm collecting the water, goes down here, drips in, oh, there's a drip, drips in, runs through the filter, so I have good drinking water at the end of it. Don't really need water here today because I've got a whole lake full of it, but I just want to see how it works out. So we're going to get the tea on. going to boil some water first of all for the potatoes. I haven't got a whole lot to make tonight. I brought a ribeye steak, and you can put this little thing here, goes on top of the burner, and gets red hot, and then you put this grill plate on it, and the idea is it's something like a gas barbecue. So that's how we're doing our steak tonight. Not going to try and be too fancy. If I can get the steak done right, I'll be happy, and just some spuds to go along with it. Okay, let's see how this goes. You have to keep it fairly low. Look at this. Sounds brilliant. Smells brilliant too. It's looking great. And this is really good because I only have to take this wee titanium plate with me. I don't have to bring a frying pan. I'm going to do a few sausages and bacon on this in the morning. I've no egg. Have a think about how you do an egg. In case you maybe just put a wee bit of tin foil there. Oh, looking nice and brown here. I don't know if the camera can see that. The flames is coming up past it. The wee diffuser burning the outside of it. Oh, this is looking class now. Can't resist it. There's a wee burnt corner here. I think we'll have to have a go at it. Lovely. I think I'm going to take it off and let it rest. Oh yes. And we'll warm the water up for the potatoes again. Bring that back to the boil. Mm-hmm. Now, what's wrong with that? Well, this is my solution now to running about cutting up sticks that turn out to be soaking wet and it's rotten. You can't get them to burn, and you're a slave to the fire instead of the fire being a slave to you. We just got a fire log, cut it in two, and this is the half of it in here now. Burning away great. Don't think I want to breathe in the smoke, but we're not breathing in the smoke. Nice and handy. No feeding at it, no nothing. Just sit back and enjoy it. Well, good morning. This is the view from the bivvy. I had it sort of angled, hoping to catch the sunrise this morning, and I did kinda. It's in behind there somewhere, a bit of grey cloud, but it's still a beautiful morning. There's a great dawn chorus here. It has subsided a wee bit now. Hope the microphone's picking it up. Great. You're waking up so good whenever you sleep out in the forest. Goodness, hailstones. I was just about to get up there. I had everything pulled back in the bivvy. I was nearly out. The next thing, the hailstones come on. And the sun was shining. So here's a view of the camp this morning. As you can see, I'm a very untidy camper. Isn't the forest really beautiful? The sun shining in onto the trees. Gorgeous. And this is the view from the kitchen window. And I've got the hiccups. That's the camera jump. Well, it's time to get the coffee on. It's an absolutely beautiful morning. The sun is shining through the trees, shining in the eyes, but we'll not complain. We'll struggle on with the good weather. There's the coffee. These sausages are proving a bit of a challenge. They're burning really long before they're cooking. Let's try the bacon off. It should be easier cooked. cooking these above with bacon. See how it goes. Pigs and blankets. Ah, yes. We could do that. That's my tongs. It's not very professional looking, is it? So, really pleased with the way the breakfast turned out. Proud of myself the way I got the potato bread done. It was brilliant. So, full marks. Happy with this system. I know I like my butter. Really, my excuse is it's too hard to spread, so I had to slice it. Well, if you've watched this far, thank you very much. My battery's down. There's not very much left. It has been a super camp, really lovely. I hope we can hear the birds singing. And there's the lake. That's a different lake from the last video if you watched it. How blessed we are to have these lakes. So beautiful, so untouched, unspoilt. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. And that's the way home. Cheers.